Never let anybody see you sweat. So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Jack Turner claims he was fined when a former tenant left prop grenades and bullets outside her door, which prompted a bomb squad response. Allison Reeves says she left the items for other tenants to take, and a busybody neighbor called the cops.
Mr. Turner, you are suing Ms. Reeves for $1,200 in negligence. Tell me what happened here.
Basically, Your Honor, Allison had left props in front of her door.
Are you her
Explosive
landlord?
props. Excuse me?
Are you her landlord?
Yes, I was. She's no longer a tenant.
Okay, so you own the building.
Yes.
And she was a tenant for how long?
4 years.
And then on the night in question, what is it that happened that caused you to get fined?
What had happened was, again, she had negligently left props, including 8 hand grenades and 2 50-milliliter bullets right there in the hallway, which, first off, is not permitted, and that's clearly in the lease.
That she can't leave anything in the hallway.
Right, exactly, and that's in the lease, and ultimately it resulted in, after the police were called, for the bomb squad to come in, and I got charged $1,200.
Yeah, isn't that something? When the police come, they then charge you.
Yeah.
I thought I was paying for that on the front end.
Yeah.
When my taxes.
Right.
But they will
Exactly.
actually charge you as the building owner for a, quote, false alarm.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Who is it that called?
One of my tenants had called. She had seen what appeared to be real weapons at the time. You know, if you look at them, I'll show you a picture if you want to see it.
Yeah, I would like
you?
to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like actual weapons. So she was alarmed. She did the right thing.
Exhibit B of the plaintiff, please. Okay.
Look pretty real, no?
Well, I don't know. I've never seen a real one, so I don't know. You know? Have you ever seen a real one?
No.
Right. So.
Well, I watched a few.
Yeah,
war
I watched
war
TV too.
movies years past. So it looks pretty authentic to me.
What are these doing out there?
Your Honor, on the day I was moving out, and while I was moving out, I actually had placed more than just those items outside. I'm not the only person. He's trying to make it out like I'm the only person that places items. I actually have like a little group chat because when we're moving out, we have like a little buy nothing group chat where we put things like, hey, we're selling these, we're leaving things out. We also do like gossip. So if you want to see that, I can also show you.
That's not a management provided forum, correct?
No.
No, it's just like a little group chat that we all have. So there was like, I had put like handbags, some like plastic containers, some like cords and things like that. So as I was moving out, like anybody could just grab what they wanted.
Right, you put a sign that
things.
said these are fake. If anybody wants these props, you're welcome to. Did you write anything on a piece of paper and stick it on the wall?
We live in a digital age.
No,
and
you
so,
live in a digital age.
I mean, you know, we're
No,
also
we
in,
do not live in a digital
No.
age.
And what's the
there are
assurance
people
that
who
actually
choose
see
not
it?
to live in the digital age. I'm not one of them. I live in the digital age. My husband, however, can't turn on the TV. So there are people who just will not be slaves to this. And apparently, the tenant who called the police is one of them.
Now, this tenant also, to be fair, is like the most problematic tenant. She will literally call emergency services on everything and is known to. She
How
escalates.
old is she?
Lady, I don't know. Listen.
I mean, is she an older person or is
She's
she
in
a
her
younger
60s.
person?
I don't consider that old anymore.
I don't consider that old either.
Yeah.
Good move.
And she's very sharp.
I never wonder about people's ages. I try to be respectful. We're in Hollywood, right? But calling emergency service versus like knocking on my door.
There's grenades in the hallway. I mean, like, okay, so I walk up, I go, the hell are these grenades? I mean, yeah, I may not think that I'm gonna be the target of, of blowing up the building, but I see that and I say, this seems irresponsible, I don't know. See, here's what happens even in the digital age. Props, fake, take one.
Yes, and if you
How long
see-
did that take me?
It took you like
4
3 seconds.
Right,
Yeah,
okay, so.
I agree.
Especially if you know that there's a nervous Nelly down the hall or whatever.
Well, and to be fair, if you see this Discord by Nothing group, that's exactly what I said.
So you know it needs saying.
I was moving. I didn't know where everything was. But I did put it out. Like, that's what everybody does. Like, none of us put notes. We all put it in the hallway. It's kind of just like I've even grabbed stuff from the hallway.
But you're not supposed to put stuff in the hallway.
Well, and
No.
he doesn't ever enforce that. He's going to
That's not
say
true
he
at all.
does.
No,
I'm
that's
not
not
the
true
only
at all.
one.
It is in the lease, right, that you're not supposed to block the hallway, because that's a fire hazard. You
And
can't
every
block
renewed
hallways.
and every renewed lease she signed.
Let me know if I need to read the lease out loud, but I think you admit that it's in the lease that you're not supposed to put anything in the hallway.
Yes, but if it was in the lease, and it should be enforced by everybody, but that is not.
What kinds of things have you seen in the hallway before?
Oh,
just when people are moving, or
Just, yeah, you know, when people are getting rid of things, it's you know, it's LA. Everybody puts things out in
All
the
murder
hallway.
weapons, all
you know?
random murder weapons are
There's
there.
even, you know, people put, you know, even the welcome mats. He's telling me that we're not supposed to have anything, but, you know.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
and he didn't create the situation, you did.
And I could have sued for a lot more.
No, what about the last thing I said made you think I needed you to join in?
No.
Quit while you're ahead.
And later,
Right, but is that her fault?
No, it's not her fault. But
It's not my fault.
She set it in motion.
no, yes, she set
Her
it in
salon set
motion,
it in
and Mai said she would handle our medical bills, and that's all that she would be offering.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Jack Turner, who brought Allison Reeves to court for negligence.
Here we are. But they were out there because it was part of my graduate thesis program, and I had done a really beautiful thing. If you want to see what I did, I even have why I had created them.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, you do.
I live
It's
for
a
the
wonderful
moment.
thing. So I had made these beautiful replicas as part of my whole entire exhibition. You can see all of where I put the little sticky notes that tell you kind of why I did them.
Why did you do them?
It was for this project in which I wanted to talk about like this onslaught of gun violence in America and how it's coming in like a swarm, you know? And it's just coming in, and I just wanted to create this beautiful masterpiece, and that's why I had created them. And I figured by putting them out and that somebody else could reuse them, and that's why they were in the hallway.
Do you think it's unreasonable of that tenant to have seen a bunch of weapons in the hallway and called the police?
I honestly would have never thought that somebody thought they were real. Like, when would somebody come and find those and think they were real?
And
mean-
Your Honor, who looks at that site?
It's alarming.
They
Like,
could
if you
have
see a bunch
also-
of grenades in the hall, like, I would say, well, I'm not that important. Why would somebody want to blow this building up? None of us here are. But if you saw them, wouldn't you say, geez, what is this?
Well, then they could have knocked on my door. They could have checked the app that we could
Who's
have
they?
What if they were
all
afraid?
who's
and they don't
they?
want to knock on. You're the crazy lady with the grenades outside.
They could have contacted him versus escalating it to emergency services. And I mean,
Well, that's the easiest thing to do is to call 911.
well, and I mean, 911 is the reason that he's getting fined, not because of me.
Your
I'm
Honor,
the
the
easiest
police are
target
the ones
right
that
now.
saw the items, and I'm sorry for yelling, but they saw the items, and they thought they were real, and they called the bomb squad.
And also,
What do you say about that?
when the cops came, they were originally scared, but when they found out that it was part of a project.
Right, but before that, they were originally scared and called the bomb squad.
No. One negligent cop, okay, one cop.
Oh.
One cop decided.
Not only is she a master
Stop
in craft
screaming.
services,
Stop
now she's an
screaming
authority
and
on
interrupting
authorities.
me. I don't like it. Go ahead.
Sorry.
One cop contacted the bomb squad because he went over the supervisor. The other cops were all taking pictures, and they realized that the person had overreacted and that it was just like.
So now we have two people who overreact.
Yeah.
One, the tenant in the building, and two, the police officer who, I mean, at what point maybe you shouldn't be leaving these props in the hallway?
Well, I mean, I just think it was a huge misunderstanding.
It is a huge misunderstanding.
And-
The problem is this huge misunderstanding, which you caused, cost him $1,200, and he wants you to pay it because it cost him $1,200. That's $1,200 out of his pocket, and he didn't create the situation. You did.
And I could have sued for a lot more.
No, what about the last thing I said made you think I needed you to join in?
Now-
Quit while you're ahead. Go.
Your Honor, to be fair, that $1,200 is not my fault. Those came from the damages of calling the emergency services more than once, Like, I feel that he should be contacting the people that, like, it's not me. It's not me.
But it is you.
I don't think so.
It's not the person who got scared when they saw weapons in the hallway. It's the person who left super realistic looking weapons in the hallway that caused the police to be called. And then the police that get out there, one of them at least picked up and called the bomb squad. Police don't usually disagree on what happens out there. So I'm not sure about, they may have been taking pictures after the bomb squad got there. I'm not sure they were taking pictures before the bomb squad got there, because one of their lot, and they usually agree on what they're doing, called the bomb squad. Were you there for any of this?
I was alerted and I came immediately. It was right after the police and before the bomb squad got there.
Right after the police and before the bomb squad.
Yes.
Was anybody taking pictures, like having fun and taking pictures at that point before the bomb squad got there?
That I'm not aware of.
Who called you?
The tenant.
The tenant, the same tenant who called?
The police.
The police.
She called me shortly thereafter, yes.
Okay.
The one that's always causing issues. Like, she literally...
How would she know that, Your Honor?
Wait, can I ask you why you say she's always causing issues?
2 examples I can give off the top of my head. She called the police on guests that were just there for a party. She called the fire department because she smelled smoke and it was just somebody's barbecue. So she's always escalating issues when they could be resolved, like, internally. Like, all of these things are costing him so many problems.
Have any other things ever cost you?
No, first time. And
This is the
by
first
the way,
time that-
I'm glad that she called the fire department, because how does one distinguish between the smoke
What
from a
should
stove
she do?
that's burning
Call the
and a
landlord
barbecue?
when she smells smoke? Like, if she smelled
Come
smoke,
on.
I mean, isn't it better safe than sorry? What if there was a fire going on in your apartment and you weren't there and everything you owned got burned up? Wouldn't you want her to be the one who called the fire department?
I'm just saying that she's known to do
She should know the difference between a fire and pork. You find her to be a problem. The landlord loves her. She's an early alert system.
I'm just saying I'm not responsible for the $1,200 that he's trying to get me for.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think you are. I think you are. And I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $1,200.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $1,200.
Any last remarks for each other?
I think, Allison, justice has been served.
I don't think justice has been served, but if anybody needs hand grenade props, I guess you know where to come.
Coming up,
What did you do to stop the
I
bleeding?
grabbed the towel and stopped bleeding. I also applied the liquid bandage on her.
What's
and that's
liquid
just-
bandage?
Liquid
Something that
bandage is
stings.
something
Very
very
bad.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. Keishawna Crawford claims a deep cut from a rough pedicure at the defendant's salon ruined her vacation. Tran says she offered to pay the plaintiff's medical bill, but isn't responsible for her trip.
Miss Crawford, you are suing Ms. Tran for $4,300 that you say you are out as a result of her negligence. Tell me what happened.
I have been a customer of Tipsy Tips for well over 2 years. Like most women, I have a regular that I go to when I get my manicure or pedicure. This day was no different. However, my regular technician wasn't there that day, and they had a new girl that they were training for pedicures. I was resistant at first, but because I've been a loyal customer for so long, I went ahead and tried out the new girl, who seemed to need some more training during the duration of my entire experience. She wasn't paying attention. She seemed a bit lost. Next thing I know, she pulled out a cheese grater looking thing, and I wasn't paying attention because I am so trusting of this salon. While I was looking down at my phone, I felt a cut on my foot or something happening on my foot, and when I looked
the
up,
device that they were using.
yes,
Is
it looked
that
like a cheese grater.
Yeah, I know you. I know
Callous
you.
remover.
The way you say it, it sounds awful. However, I've had pedicures, so my question to you is: this was not a new device to you, right? It's what they
No,
use.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Next thing I know, my foot is bleeding
Okay.
so profusely that I actually had to run in the back and get extra towels.
Okay. And extra towels,
Yes,
plural?
towels, not paper towels, not napkins.
Was an
towels.
ambulance called?
No.
What did you do to stop the bleeding?
I grabbed the towel and stopped bleeding. I also applied the liquid bandage on her.
What's
and that's
liquid
just-
bandage?
Liquid
Something that
bandage is
stings.
It
something
Very
stings.
bad.
Yeah. Well, if it's going to work, it has to sting.
Coming up,
It's a very small, very minor cut on her foot.
She seems to feel that it was a very major cut because, according to you, what happened?
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with the case of Keyshauna Crawford, who is suing Tran for negligence.
You would say that this was an accident, right? Like it happened.
Tiny, small accident. It's just a very, very
Hold
small
on, please
cut.
wait a second.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's a very small, very minor cut on her foot.
She seems to feel that it was a very major cut because, according to you, what happened?
I had an anniversary trip that I was getting my feet and nails done for. The anniversary trip was 2 days after the salon. Like, I may not be able to go on the trip because of how bad my foot was hurting. So I did go to the hospital. I received medical attention. I had to receive a tetanus shot, had to be put on antibiotics for at least a week. So that means the entire duration of my trip, I was taking medication. Did not really get to
Do you
enjoy.
have a picture of it?
Yes, actually, I
What
do.
I'd like to see is Plaintiff's Exhibit B. That's a picture of the cut taken at
Yes.
the salon, correct?
The minor cut that Mai says I had.
Oh, that's pretty deep. So how'd the vacation go?
It was terrible. It was our first anniversary. We argued the entire trip.
Why'd you argue?
My husband thought that initially I was overreacting until he realized how much pain that I was in. I did not anticipate this being the reason why we didn't enjoy our vacation, but because of this incident, so many other things were exacerbated, and that's why we're here today.
Meaning your husband.
Yes. My husband thought I was
Overreacting.
overreacting, which
Which
caused friction in our relationship.
Right, but is that her fault?
No, it's not
Okay.
her fault. But
It's not my fault.
She set it in motion.
No, yes, she set
Her
it in
salon
motion.
set it in motion.
And Mai said she would handle our medical bills, and that's all that she would be offering. That's not enough, considering that's not the extent of the damage that was caused. Because of the way that it was handled, we left saying that we'd see them in court.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
That looks pretty deep. You don't think that's deep? You think that's...
It's just a minor cut. I don't
You
think
think
that's
that's minor?
a deep one. Yeah, I think
All
that
right.
after the
Were you
hospital
limping?
apply something
I
on
was
it.
limping.
She had to go. She went to the hospital. She had to get antibiotics. She was limping. How many towels did her blood require?
I think a 2 to 3 the most.
Okay. Miss Crawford,
Yes.
I don't think Miss Tran is saying we didn't do anything wrong. I think she's acknowledging that they did something wrong. It was an accident, but her position is that you're entitled to the medical bills, which are only $300. She expects to have to pay for your visit to the urgent care. She doesn't expect to have to pay for your vacation. And no one in her position would have to expect to have to pay for your vacation. I understand why you sued for it, because you truly feel that it ruined your vacation. I get it. But that doesn't change the law. She only has to pay for the reasonably foreseeable outcomes, like missing work, like the urgent care. Not that you and your husband fought and you couldn't drink and you really liked to drink, and I'm sorry for what you went through. My verdict is for you, but not in the amount of $4,300, in the amount of the $300 in medical bills.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $300.
Any last remarks for each other?
You know you're wrong.
Okay. Exit this way, please. Make sure you grab all of your belongings.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.